again.
What's up?
Hello,
Hi.
ladies.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing?
I'm doing. I gotta change out some clothes from storage to the house because I think all my hoodies in storage.
Oh man, we're gonna have to go on and get you an emergency hoodie or
I'm
something.
gonna have to do something.
You
My
can't
child offered
steal one
his
from
up.
your
I was
child.
like, no. Huh?
I said you couldn't steal one from your child.
I didn't want one of his.
Look, that's what I did.
I
I'm
know.
rocking,
That's what you did.
I'm rocking my baby's K-pop sweatshirt.
Nice.
I throw some stuff around until I found one because
Yeah.
I didn't know I ain't have hoodie.
And I was looking at the other day. I have gone hoodie shopping. So because I didn't wear them until Panorama came around, and now I got like a lot of them. So I was excited. I was like, I think everybody at least have one hoodie, a zip up
Girl,
hoodie.
I do. They just not here at this house. Watch I find one though before once I get Mm-hmm.
We gonna get it together. It's fine. I just feel like we do better when we have a theme. Just do better when we have a theme. So just want to welcome you guys. I don't know who I'm looking at over here, but we just want to welcome you guys to what is this? Tuesday? Monday?
It's Monday, girl.
Monday.
Oh my God.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Monday, you rushing time.
I don't know what's
trying to
wrong.
push it
I've been
off,
having a hard
I
time
want
today. But this is the review crew, of course. We got me, of course, we got Faith up here at the top.
Hi.
Next to me. Right below me is Tamika or the Atomic Kitty. And we also have Tasha.
Hello.
We got Marley that's just gonna keep coming into my show. So
Is she still that's the
standing right here. She is standing right here. Just yes. Take the mango.
She wanna be in the ladies' meeting.
You want the blueberry?
There's a meeting in
She
the
came to
ladies'
my
room.
blueberries.
Okay, wait now.
I'm like, could you stop thinking that you one of us? Okay, anyway. So, y'all, before we even get into Belle Collective, I do have one graphic. This is the only graphic I'm showing today because honestly, I can't. But anyway, give me y'all's overall let's rate it again. 1 to 10, where do you think this episode fell?
Not 4.
Okay, then.
say
Not
4.
everybody.
I got a 3. I got a 3 over here.
Okay, got it.
I read before.
Ooh.
I don't
Okay. We'll get into it. So, yeah, 3 to 4 and a what?
Ooh.
Okay. I mean,
She said, ugh.
yeah. I actually feel like this one didn't deserve a rating.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
I'll go with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said 1 to 10, so
Yeah, I know, but and honestly, I should have said no rating at all because honestly, I think this episode just fell flat for me for several reasons, but we're gonna get into it why. Just because we just need to get into it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do a slideshow today. All y'all gonna see is their faces because I did not take any screenshots of the episode whatsoever.
Too much of nothing.
In fact, I don't even know what I did with I never know what I do with my notes. But this time, like I for real just put them somewhere. And usually I have little notebooks. This is where I keep my notes in. I have these little notebooks I bought from the Dollar Tree. So that when I'm done taking notes, I can just dump them in the trash or whatever because they just little booklets like this. I think that was already in the trash. So
Got you.
You
Got you. Okay.
yeah. So anyway, we do have our checklist. Y'all
We
got
do.
that right?
We do.
Okay. We can just go down the checklist and we'll talk about some things here. So let's start at the beginning. Child, because I don't even know. I just
watched
it.
Y'all just don't know. Like, I wanted to do well. I do. But I
That's
don't
true.
feel like, I don't know if it's execution. I don't know what it is, but something just don't
Something's
make.
not clicking.
I don't know.
Maybe it's timing. That's what I
It
feel
could
like. It's
be.
more of a
It,
timing thing with all that's going on and people trying to live their regular lives and
Mm,
work through all the craziness of last year
yeah,
and then this year so far. I just
yeah.
Yeah.
feel like it's a bad timing issue.
I can give you that. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and talk about it. So we talking about. Can y'all just tell I'm just not feeling it
Yeah,
anyway?
we're gonna dive on in
I
today.
mean, we're here, right here with you.
So this episode opens and it's entitled "Sage and Champagne." It is the opening starts with Letitia, and I'm not even, and that's another thing, I can't never spell their name right. But anyway, Letitia pitches the Ferris project to Latrice over brunch, breakfast, food. And just kind of give her the overview since she did miss the emergency brunch.
And she should. And she should have.
And I would have too. I would have as well because I wouldn't want the confrontation again.
Again.
Um,
For
but
nothing.
hmm,
And it's for nothing.
yeah, I mean, it was really silly. But anyway, so she thinks it's a good idea because as an entrepreneur, as she stated, she really didn't have anyone to show her the ropes when it came to entrepreneurship. She kind of felt like she was all alone, and that's something that she wants to, as a way to give back to uh, future entrepreneurs, to be able to be all in with this. You can kind of see she kind of backed up a little bit when she said, "Well, Marie said she'd be in," and she was like, and so,
So let me
however,
say this. Let me say this.
mhm,
If you all are investing in a similar project, do you
mhm.
have to hang out with the people that you invest with? You get what, like when she
Yeah.
said that, I was like, just get your money, girl, and be through with it.
Well, my
You
thing
don't
is,
have to
don't
hang
even
out
mention
with
other
Marie.
investors. I think the way that I would have pitched it is just say there are other people investing, but I wouldn't necessarily call names per se. Like, I think it's too early
Right.
to call names because I need to see your money first. And but and I've dealt with other groups where they feel like once you start doing something together, that obligates you to be social as well, where and just some people are like that, like, well, we're working on this together, then we should just do things together. And I'm like, well, hell no, because I don't want to be a friend. Like, I can have
That sounds very
friends.
Wendy-ish and Karen from Potomac.
Right.
Karen, I don't know you. We
I
sang
don't know.
about some boys. I don't know you.
I'm not impressed by you either. And that's the thing. I would be the Karen of the group. I would be the Karen Huger of the group. Like, I'm not impressed. So,
Not at all.
maybe it's not the time to do something like that. So I could see both sides of it. Like, I think I think Letitia wanted to be forthcoming and just let her know, Marie will be part of this project. But at the same time, um, I think that I probably would have just held back just a little bit, just because of what was going on, to see who really wanted to be, um, involved. So yeah, that's where I'm at. What about y'all?
I can see, I definitely see, like, you don't want to mix business and pleasure, especially when it comes to something this large scale that you're trying to do in the community.
Mhm.
So if you're just trying to pull people in and get them interested and get them to listen to your proposal, then I'm like you, I wouldn't name names. All of that doesn't matter until it come down, like you said, until the money shows up, until
Mm-hmm.
the project starts. And then if you got to have project meetings with everybody that invested, then you disclose all that information.
Right.
Because right now you may be turning some people off because there's going to be people that's not going to get along, and if you don't want your project affected based on who get along socially and who don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of think that I get where she's coming from. I understand her heart with it. But when it comes to like for real investments like that, you don't want to do that with your friend. And the thing about it
I
is,
think she's learning that
y'all
lesson
ain't
right
really
now.
even friends. Like y'all are just people who happen to have a little bit of money, and y'all just happens to know each other. Because to say that they're friends is a real big stretch. Like I may disagree with my friends, but I don't be ready to fight my friends every 30 seconds.
Right.
So to even want to bring them into such a huge project, and a project where it has the opportunity to be something just historic, and just, something that encompasses so much,
Yeah.
you made the wrong move by even wanting to involve them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess you start locally and then you start looking at corporate sponsors and things. But I get the idea of wanting to keep it with, other Black entrepreneurs and things like that. And then you have to remember, this is really, I don't know, but like she said, she's moving from being a stay-at-home mom and everything to being a businesswoman. So these are things that you're going to learn along the way, like who you can do business with and who you should just be social with. I think
Yep.
it'll come, as time progresses, but definitely because they're doing this show together, I feel like everything's going to be extended to these ladies, whether it's a good fit,
Or not,
personally or
because they're a
not.
part of the show. Yep.
Yeah. So definitely that. So moving on to Timbre's doctor appointment. Of course, yeah. First of all,
I'm looking at this parenthesis. And new wig. Oh my God. Not in her new wig.
Is this the part you want me to discuss?
I mean, whomever, it's fine. I just wanted to point out that I don't know whether this was like post production, like we're gonna bring you back in, but I noticed that she didn't have that pink ass lipstick on in this confessional.
She been
You know
listening.
what? She didn't. She had it on at that doggone doctor's appointment, though.
She did.
And you know what? She seems like she's probably the sweetest person in the world. But the fact that she uses her entire face when she speaks, and she got that roadkill wig on her head, and few, them hot, this neon ass pink lips, I just, I can't do it.
What I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be able to
It's
do.
the roadkill for me. Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like she could use one good session with like a stylist and a good, like, makeup artist to just give her some basics, because I feel like she just a little bit out. And I mean, I ain't by anybody's standards doing whatever. I just learned how to put makeup on last week. So,
Me too.
but
Me too.
it's just learning certain things. Like I just feel like, and I don't know, because we all seem to be similar hues here. I feel like some people feel like because they are of a fair tone, have fair skin, that any color looks good on them, and they don't really like
You
check.
have to take into the consideration the undertones of your skin too.
Yeah.
So what red might look good on me might not look good on you. Might not look good on Faith. Might not good. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta play around in it.
I want so much for her to just, I want her to stop sounding like she sounds.
I mean, she is Southern. Like, she is extra Southern. Baby is, I mean, I'm from the South. We all, like, we Southern. But she is extra Southern. Let me emphasize the extra.
Extra.
I don't know what to say. But so at this doctor's appointment, of course, she and her doctor are discussing, what her options are. She's really talking about, I got to get this baby. I want a baby now. I want a baby. I want a baby. I want a baby. So she goes to her OBGYN. They discuss the fact that she does have fibroids. They are back. She has 4 large fibroids. And at this point, the doctor says that surgery is going to be her best option right now. And then after surgery, there's going to have to be a 3-month wait to make sure that, she's all healed before she can even move forward with having some type of what they call fertilization, IVF.
Insemination. They inseminate before they can inseminate her with whatever they inseminating her with. Okay. Let them put these eggs in her. How about that?
Yeah, they're gonna get her pregnant. So
put these eggs in her?
Today. Let me just say, I don't know what's going on.
You know, it was Tuesday just a few minutes ago. So
I
hey.
know.
It was.
And
It
now
was.
I done had
Just a few minutes
18
ago.
million children that couldn't get the word insemination out. But okay.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. That is why we're here. I had 25 before my hysterectomy. Fibroids are not a joke. Yeah,
They're not.
I had a couple of sisters that have had fibroid issues. I had one sister who actually had fibroids when she was pregnant, and the doctor would wanted her to terminate the pregnancy, but
I've had fibroids, and I ultimately had to have a hysterectomy. So I know the pain she is dealing with, trying to figure out how to shrink them, how to make you more comfortable, how to address the issue. It's a lot.
Yeah. And I definitely hope that since this is her what she wants to do and everything, I hope she's successful with it. I need her to stop talking about she.
I want her to have a baby so bad. I want her to have a baby more than she won't have a baby because she talk about it every time I turn around. I need her to go and have this child. And
I feel like this is her only storyline.
Huh?
I feel like this is her story. This is her only storyline. Like
this has to be, this has to be her storyline. That and her trying to get back with her ex-boyfriend.
Right.
That's about it.
Okay. All right, moving on. Y'all, I ain't feeling it. So Antoinette has a meeting with other doctors. So I'm looking and I was excited as she was talking about I want to have other people that look like me, other doctors in the room. And then who walks in?
Oh,
Kaylin.
That helpful. She's
So
a nice
I invited her because I feel like she could learn from people without being attacked. I'm like, okay, see, you are also pushing that narrative as
You
well.
are the problem.
Exactly.
She sets the scene for her entrance every time, and it's always the same line every time. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm like, at what point do you realize your friend ain't trying to learn nothing about culture and
because she
just
ain't
gonna do what she
Jefferson
gonna do?
Davis, great granddaughter.
I think that would have sat better with me had it been if you wanted to be. I understand you if you want to be inclusive, include other ethnicities of color.
Yes.
Because your little white friend, no offense and no diss, because there are some good Caucasian people out there and you cannot judge everybody the same. However, if you're pushing the narrative that you want people of color to come together, then people of color should have been in the room.
And don't have her show up.
She didn't have a place there.
She can learn from people. And the other thing is, it's not my job to always be her educator every time I walk in a room. Like, I don't feel like it's my job as a Black woman to have to constantly teach your ass something that you can Google.
My thing is, unless you've been on another planet for the last 100 years, you can't sit here and say you don't know,
because
what the climate and the culture has been.
Right.
Come on now.
And you live in Mississippi.
You got people
right
who have died for nothing. Over the last, we'll say 10 years, it's been very prominent. It's always happening, but it's been very, very prominent for the last 10, 15 years. So unless you were on another planet chilling, you know what the hell going on. So why I got to explain this to you?
Yeah.
Why are you so sensitive every time people of color talk about their experience? That's the other thing. Like, I have an issue with, I'm not going to walk on eggshells in order to not hurt your feelings because
why am I doing that?
This is you about my personal experience. I have a problem with that. But anyway, other than Kaylin or Kaylin and however you say her name, the thing about it is, the dinner, the meeting that she had with the other doctors, I thought it was great. I thought it was wonderful how they were talking about being, having to see those Black faces in these spaces, and then also providing, some financial aid for those who really want to become doctors and everything. And how that was speaking on, I didn't even think this was I didn't even think it was a possibility for me to become a doctor until I saw another Black doctor. Like, I thought that all of that was overshadowed.
Yeah, it was by feeling white ass being there. Let me give a shout out to my homie, my classmate, Dr. Justin Turner, who was featured in that episode. That's my guy. He's been doing great things, been fighting COVID the whole nine. He and his wife does like Zumba and health and fitness classes at their practice. Wonderful and amazing doctor. If
That's
y'all are in the
awesome.
Jackson area, make sure y'all look them up and make sure
Okay.
y'all get it brother some props.
Right,
He's
give
doing
him
his
his
thing.
hand clap. I got
Yep,
you.
yep. So
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
I,
talking about. Husband
I
and
was,
wife tag team power couple.
yep,
right.
Now,
yep.
is he a dentist as well?
No, he's a doctor. He's a medical doctor. So
Okay.
he has his own practice and everything. They've been doing a lot in Jackson. So I'm really, really proud of him. He came in after I did at Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
Had no clue. He went on to Meharry, graduated, and he a whole doctor in Jackson, Mississippi. I was so
That
proud of
is
him.
what's up.
And I love it when they come back, like, not necessarily have to go back home, but at least go back to the area that
Yeah.
like I don't know where he's from, but I'm just
I
glad
can't
he's
remember.
back
I
to the
think
community.
I want to say he was from Jackson, but I could be wrong. He may not be from Jackson. But I know he's been doing a good job, been doing wonderful things, and he's very, very passionate about healthcare, making sure people get on the right track with their health. He's like really they're about that. So I love that about him. So make sure, like I said, y'all look him up.
That's amazing. I'm
Yeah,
happy to hear
I
that.
love that. I love that. Okay. So moving on, y'all, because I just feel like we ain't gonna be here too long on this episode.
No, we going we on point tonight. Look at the lyrics.
Right. So at the end of the meeting, Antoinette states to Kaylin, of course, because she's the gatekeeper, that she wants to have a rededication ceremony get together at her house. And she's talking about all the things that she wants to do there. It's just pretty much her, we're gonna hear about this divorce for the rest of the other season too.
I'm so sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody please, I don't know. But anyway, so she wants to rededicate the home. It's just her home. And then she lets Kaylin know that she won't be inviting Marie, nor will she invite Letitia, because she feels like they pretty much two peas in a pod. How y'all feel about that?
I don't think that's fair.
It was something wrong with that, because
That's not
she
fair.
actually did invite Marie, and she said Marie gave her this long drawn out reason why she couldn't come instead of just telling her no. And then she backed that up and was like, and I think Letitia is very sweet, but when they get together, it's toxic. Well, how you judging Letitia by Marie?
Letitia
Marie
don't
was
get
your
it together.
problem. Marie
Yeah.
wasn't coming, so why Letitia can't come?
This my
Just
thing.
say you didn't want them to be there.
Right. This my thing with that whole friend group. If you are rededicating your home and you're trying to invite new, clean, positive energy into your space, if you're going to leave Marie out and you're going to leave, what is it, Letitia?
Mm-hmm.
Letitia. If you're going to leave her out, baby, you should have left Kaylin where she was.
Boom.
Because one, not only is her energy wrong, but is she really your friend? Because every time she's somewhere with you, here come the drama. And if you seem to be the more quiet and subdued person out of the group, why she always come with the extra and you ain't realized it yet?
Right.
Is that your friend, or is she just riding your coattails? I'm just
Exactly. Because she was way out of line at their brunch.
She
and
been
for
out
her
of
to
line
just be and tell Marie, well, come here then.
She been out of line.
Who are you talking to?
Like, I don't know what it is with her, but I'm just, you read the room and all the other women in the room, and everybody was having a hard time. And every time they panned that camera, she had this look on her face like she had stepped in dog shit. I'm sorry, but she didn't.
That's the way she looks.
So somebody make me understand What's her purpose in all of this anyway?
I don't know, but let me also say this. That shows me that Antoinette is doing the same thing Letitia's doing in a sense, because Letitia, she checks Marie, but she ain't, because like my foot would have been put down by now. This is the second event you've ruined. Um, so then on top of that, you need to check your friend and let her know this is not cool. This is not okay for you to be acting every time. I can't take you nowhere. Can you just shut up? Can you just sit down? Can you just listen? Don't make stuff about you because it ain't about you. That's what
Exactly.
was not about you.
Absolutely.
I don't need you not to carry your way out of everything. Just be okay. Period.
Thank you.
That's it.
She has to make an issue where there is none.
Right.
It's like she does not feel that she's being heard until she put on her woe is me hat. Don't nobody care how you feel, Kayla.
And even if they wanted to care, you giving them a whole reason and a half not to.
Cause I promised to God, I don't care.
In the words of David Ruffin,
I don't think any of us did.
David Ruffin said, "Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis."
Yes,
that's what he said. Listen,
right there.
There's something I read, and here's the thing: I don't want the audience to misunderstand. That no, we don't like Kaylin. Okay, let's just say it.
I mean,
we don't like her.
We don't.
It has to do with her using her privilege at all times and always finding a way to be the victim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for people like that. And the reason why I say it like this is because I don't want folks to just think just because she's a white woman, we don't like her. We don't.
She gave us reasons.
When white people or people of non-colored people use the privilege they have as a crutch for everything, or that because I mentioned something that has to do with my blackness is all of a sudden offensive to you.
Right.
It has zero to do with you. You know, or you always feel like it's my job to educate you on something. I will not do the emotional labor that it takes for you to know whatever it is that you need to know. Pick up a book, open up a browser, use that good search engine,
Google is
find the information, and then come back with a discussion or some points to discuss. Then we can have a conversation. But it's not my job to spoon feed you things that you, especially with you having a black friend, you should already be taking the responsibility to do.
Yeah.
So that is the problem that I have with her. So just in case somebody want to decide to say anything, I just wanted to put that out there, and we'll move on to the next thing. Let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about this G-Wagon. I don't want to talk about nothing else right now. Let me talk about this G-Wagon that Latrice pulled up in. It's a beautiful car.
I just want to know if I can borrow it. Can I go around the
I want G-Wagon so bad.
Go to the grocery store and so people can see me getting out of it. I don't care. Just watch me. Just hey.
Actually take me and put me in the okay. You can actually take me and just let me jump out the back.
Right, okay.
I ain't gotta drive.
See me in it.
I ain't gotta drive. Just let me get out the back.
Yeah, it was quite wonderful. I gotta give that.
I just want one. That's all.
She feels like to me.
That's all I'm asking. Just let me.
If that girl ain't about nothing, she about her business.
That's right.
She about her
nothing else together. She got that money. She about making sure she comfortable, and from the looks of it, making sure her family comfortable. She don't care about nothing else, none of the drama, none of the nothing. A hard worker.
You invite me to what? I won't be there.
Young as she is, she like, oh, okay, I ain't got time for this. Stay over
Yeah, I
there.
ain't gonna do that today. I got things to do, and one of them things is not dealing with you today. So,
Right.
Exactly.
and I can appreciate that, but I also, like I always say, she's a hard worker. I don't like when people say hustler. She's a hard worker. She works everything that she got, and she don't need nobody to help her. So
Right.
that's one thing. Now let's talk about this anniversary dinner. Let me just give
Oh,
y'all some things. Let me say,
Yeah.
okay. But anyway, so here's the thing. She comes home. She's talking about she's celebrating 5 years married with her husband. They've been together 10. She said that before. So she walks in looking as cute as she always be looking. She be looking nice and decent and cute. And he always looked like he just pulled some clothes out the bottom of the laundry pile and just threw them on. He greets her with an anniversary gift, brings her one single rose, and then he has his little tacky bag that he hands to her. Um, and she opens the bag because she was like, I like flowers and everything. He's like, yeah, I know you like flowers. And then she opened the bag and it was a damn 5-pound bag of flour.
Yeah.
don't sit. Okay. Listen.
Look at here, broke down Lucas line.
As a
I'm tired
married
of him.
woman, Heather, I don't know, but don't set me up for the okie doke on what is supposed to be a day of celebration for us. Now, I'm not big on gifts, but if we say we're gonna do gifts and we trying to go the whole nine and we trying to make each other feel special, don't pull no joke. This ain't no prank. This ain't no, because what you gonna get is exactly what he got. Like my whole energy about to shift, my whole attitude finna change, and you gonna be trying to figure out what just went flying, and you better hope it was you.
Like, did you throw a bag of flour in my nigga? You bought me a bag of flour. What you?
But you set yourself up. You set yourself up for failure.
You started this.
Right?
I'm gonna finish it now. This is the other thing, and like you said, as a married woman, definitely not. But as any woman worth
Period. Don't do that.
womanhood does not want to be set up like this. I don't play games like that. I'm a jokester for a whole lot of other things, but I don't play games when it comes to gifts. I don't like gag gifts. Like, that's the best way to get good much for me, is to give me a gag gift, because I don't like gag gifts, because to me those are the gifts that really show you what people think about you. I think gag gifts are always the setup of what people really think about you.
And these men are not as funny as they think they are sometimes.
And especially, this is the other thing, knowing that she has so many deep-seated issues that are connected to relationship, it's not a good look for him. I don't give a damn who say what. I don't like Cliff. I ain't gonna call him Zaddy. But I don't like him. I don't like the way he treat her. I don't like the way he manipulates her emotions. And he's always manipulating her emotions. But let's go on to this thing. So he was telling her, calm down. Trigger
word. Corbin from South Park. Lord,
it's calm down, not a trigger phrase for everybody.
Oh, it is. You tell me to calm down. Oh, I'm finna turn it up.
That's the trigger word. Blow up on you, right?
It's all about a fight off top.
Yeah. So she upset. She throwing stuff at him. He said he finna go change clothes. He come down, change clothes. He don't look no better.
He don't.
He just look regular. She got on a nice little outfit. He again looked like he just grabbed something from the bottom of the pile. So he blindfolds her, takes her to some part of the property. He has a nice little dinner set up. So they're talking about their anniversary and everything. She's talking about her appreciation, and she was like, basically, you're the only man that's really been, the constant in my life. She's talking about her dad being deceased, her two brothers being deceased. She talks about how he's been by her side all this time, and knowing that she has abandonment issues, she's talking about she's afraid that he's gonna leave. Now, this Negro decides to take this opportunity to go off on her to talk about what you try to say about me. And I'm like,
I'm gonna let them have
wait
it.
a minute. You get your tires slashed.
Y'all gonna look. We all don't like him, so you know.
We don't. Yeah, don't
This look on Faith and to me, they looking like.
Because I'm saying, yeah, and this is the thing. So he goes out there, it spurs into an argument. He talking about he don't want to hear that and all this type of stuff. Again, turns it on her and makes it about him. They get into it and drives off in the little golf cart. Look,
she got
what
wheels on.
Tamika,
go. So, and then she has to go and walk.
Yeah.
So now you are actually playing into what she just talked about with abandonment issue.
Don't say it, girl.
I just, you know what? I'm just gonna be honest. Their relationship as a whole just creeps me out because her whole thing is she got daddy issues. You married this man because you want a father.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, that's an incestual relation for me.
Mm-hmm.
But then to top it off, you know why she married you. You know why she's with you, and you play into that. And you manipulate the shit out of her every time you get the opportunity to. You know this girl is terrified of losing you.
Alone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of you comforting her and giving her what she needs to help settle that, you have every opportunity in the world to calm and soothe her, but you take it and you do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Right.
So to me, you're a predator. I can't respect it. With your 1984 what's his name? Lucius Lyons looking ass. Like
he look like a great value Terrence Howard, man.
I'm just
you know it's hard out here for
I don't know what y'all doing, man.
It just that whole relationship just weirds me out because she's a very pretty girl. She's very intelligent and she is a go-getter. So really, she could look around and have her pick because she's just that boss. I give her that.
Yeah.
But she chose him.
But emotionally, she's insecure. And as Iyanla says, wherever the trauma happens in your life is where growth stops. So with her father, passing away when she was young and her brothers passing away when she was a teenager, she is still that little girl looking for that trauma. And the problem with predatory men is that they know exactly what they're doing. Why they're doing it. And that's the thing. So, and I've seen other, and let me just tell you, I've been looking at some of the other reviews and everything, and everybody said, well, that wasn't the time to talk about your abandonment issues. It is the time because you're talking about why you feel so connected to your spouse. Part of their connection is her abandonment issues.
Right.
All of that rolls into one. You can't have one without the other. The reason why she with this dude is because she got daddy issues. They're unresolved. So what did you do? You went to look for your daddy or what you thought a daddy looked like in this dude that you decided to be with. Now you're pair bonded with someone with an idea of what you think a parent is. And if you notice when he talks to her, he's very parental when he talks to her, and it's reprimand. He reprimands her like she's his child. He talks to her in a way that is very demeaning and very I lost the other word because you know how I've been feeling today. But anyway, but you know the way that he talks to her keeps her off balance, so that in her mind she's done all the wrong,
right,
and he's right, and she needs to be the one to repair the situation. So after
which
this,
is exactly what she did. Which is exactly what she ended up doing. She felt like she had to fix it, and that wasn't fair.
We're going to get to that in a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
We're going to talk about that too. All right, so let's move on to talk about Marie. and her corporate outfit to go to a little jamboree or whatever that thing is called with them babies to talk to her son, and she and her husband with a whole suit on and no shoes in this place. I mean, can y'all please dress appropriately for the activity? But anyway,
and I know you own jeans, girl, because we didn't see you in them.
Right, you have a whole cat suit. You got a whole bedroom outfit with the nipples out, and you could have at least wore, a t-shirt.
She had the pants on that looked like drapes when she was running around the house with the kids.
That's right.
Put the drapes back on.
Girl, put some, and then this dude with this 3-piece film suit on, like, sir.
What film are you going to today? That's what I want to know. Whose film are you attending?
Right, that's why I said who film he was going to today, because baby, he had the full film suit on. And then, look, and Tasha said Bert something here. I'm like, he was Bert.
Lord Jesus.
Oh my God.
Like, what year are we in with this long suit jacket on?
He had
got on a zoo suit. Oh my God. All
right, whoever, go ahead.
So she's talking to her son about how, she want to leave her businesses and stuff over to him. I think she want to make sure he graduates.
Yeah.
And he needs to step up to the plate and be more involved in his kid's life. Somebody asked earlier in the group, how this boy had 3 kids. It's called I'm a player.
He got 3. How he
but
got?
I don't understand, and I don't want to say this because it's so insensitive. But he looked like he was on the bus on that short one looking women. So how you got 3 kids?
He looked like he had an IEP plan. Come on back here, because that's the same thing you said about somebody the other day. Come on.
No, I said it off camera.
Oh,
listen.
Look like
I said it's insensitive.
He looked like he been given everything he ever wanted in his entire life, and he
you make my baby looking at.
He just don't give a damn, y'all. The boy don't care.
Doesn't care.
He don't care.
He's so disrespectful. He's so privileged. And it's her fault she created the monster, because she gave him everything he ever wanted. And it's a substitute for what she never got as a child. And I understand that, but at some point you got to set some boundaries. You got to set some things up so they can know, hey, what we ain't finna do is this right here. What we should have been teaching bruh man is how to use a condom. How about that? Okay.
And and the other thing is, the problem that I have with especially little boys like that, he don't get to be a man. Little boys like that tend to always want to leave DNA in young ladies, and then want to always blame them for the fact that he out here shooting every club up that he can find. And so, like how people say unwanted pregnancies are 100% the sperm holder's fault, because of the fact that there are all these preventive measures. Like, we can have eggs all day long. They ain't gonna do nothing. It don't matter. We can have all of the orgasms we want. Ain't gonna do nothing without spermatozoa making it up into the vaginal canal.
Period.
I just don't get. I mean, he what, 20 years old, maybe, and you got 3 kids, and ain't none of them.
They all right around a year, somewhere between 6 months and a year and a half old.
And then Marie has taken on everything, everybody.
Right.
And I
Added
commend her.
to that, she has lupus. We find out that she has lupus. She takes 12 pills a day.
And I commend her for that because it does show a side of her that is hard to see because she always woofing at everybody.
Right.
So it does show a part of her that she does have a beautiful and delicate and nurturing side of her.
Right.
But it's also very unfair to her.
Yeah. And
She
when I
needs to learn how to say no.
Yeah, I think when I first did the first episode, I first reviewed the first episode, I said I don't like her behavior, but I got a feeling she's taking on way too much, and what it's doing is manifesting in a way where she yells at other women and not at the actual problem.
Right.
That's exactly what she's doing, is that she's yelling at other women and not that no good ass son of hers or that
husband.
Because let me tell you something, like I said, I done told y'all before, let somebody come up in my house yelling at me. I bet that man in my house ain't finna let nobody talk crazy to me.
I bet he's not.
He can go with them.
But hold on, he wasn't there. He was at his other house.
Yeah, because you know they don't live together. Have that meeting. My thing is, he should have met him at the door. And I don't care where you lay your head at night. You still my husband. You gonna act like you my husband in this case. Mm-hmm. And you should have had that. I don't care what your problem was, but you're not gonna talk to your mama like that. That should have come from him first before he said, "I just appreciate you going over here and apologizing to your mom." I don't need that.
Down.
Sit down somewhere. That's why the boy disrespects her too. And what they said was that he sees that she's being disrespected by Cedric. That's his name, right? Cecil.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. And I ain't write it down. And you know, the fact that you're seeing the male role model in your life disrespecting your mother, you're going to do the same thing, whether he's your father biologically or not. But that's the guy that you've been used to seeing with your mom. If he treat her any kind of way, you're gonna think you can treat her any kind of way. And
absolutely
ain't got her back. I need Marie to just walk away from both of their asses.
How is Essie more of her man than Cedric is?
Because that's the one
thing. Now, like I told them that the last time, I thought Essie overstepped by saying that she felt like, you know, she was the one being pimped and all that stuff, because I didn't think that she was the same way. Their conversation. However, she has held her down.
Exactly, and that's what I'm talking about. She more of her man than her man is her man,
because that's her emotional husband.
That is her emotional husband.
Yeah. So you have your physical spouses, and then you have your emotional spouses. What you would like to have is that it's the same person.
Right.
But typically in those type of relationship where there's a lot of baggage and there's a lot of other things going on, a lot of bad blood and history, the person that you can confide in and that you feel emotionally safe with becomes your pair bonded spouse. And so everybody always, you know, I keep seeing stuff about they must be together, this and that. And it may not be that at all, but this is the person she's most comfortable and most vulnerable with, because she knows she can be fully and completely herself. There's no judgment, there's no abandonment, and there's no disrespect. Right. That's what that is.
Yep.
I completely agree. And I don't see, what does the young law always say? You can't pour from an empty cup.
Cannot.
That's what I feel like she's doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, her cup's been wow.
Lupus is serious. I don't know how she doing all that. For me, the whole being upset and stuff, won't that send you into a crisis?
It will. It will.
I wouldn't be able to do it with them. I just wouldn't.
One of my best friends has it, and I'm talking about any type of stress, any type of she does cakes. So you know, if she done took on too much as far as orders are concerned, her hands start cramping up. She just start going through a whole bunch of changes. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. So any undue stress is not needed. And if everybody involved knows that she got lupus, I don't understand what they doing. I need you to come get your kids. I need you to bring your tail home. Let's get the house. Let's do that. How about that?
But she
don't let your house stay gone.
She the money train. They don't care. She the money train. She is
because
them
think about it. When one of the baby mamas came over, she even told, because she said, "How was school going?" And she said, "Remember, I told you I need the math tutor." She said, "Oh, you need a tutor." That lets you know right in that moment she finna go pay for
You
the
don't know how to say
tutor.
no. Yeah. And this is the thing.
Taking care of the kids, she taking care of the kids' mamas too. So you got 6 people on top of the 4 that you're already responsible for. That's 14. What? 10 people.
It's a lot. 3 babies, 3 mamas. That's 6.
Plus the home that she gave birth to.
And then 3. Well, she got 3
4.
boys.
So
She
that's
got 4 kids of her own.
That's 10. And the husband.
That's 11.
And her business.
Ooh, that's how many? Because she got more than one business.
She got more.
And then she and Ess's friendship, you have to nurture that too.
Yeah.
And her friendship with Letitia.
Yeah.
And then all this mess that she got going on with having these schisms with everyone else. So that's a lot for someone to take on, especially when you have an autoimmune disease. And the fact that, and we've all talked about this offline in our after parties and everything, how when you have 1 or 2 things going on with your health, how it can affect everything else going on in your life. I'm really concerned for her future.
Yeah.
For her health.
The way she talking, she concerned too.
She's not gonna be able to keep on going the way she is going.
No.
If there is not some serious accountability on the part of all parties that she is currently dealing with. And I think Essie is trying to hold everybody's foot, what do you say? Trying to hold everybody to the fire.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to do that, but she got her own life. So
it's gonna have to come from Marie. You can't be everybody's. You can't be the the watchdog for everything. You can't always be the person that is the gatekeeper for everybody else's and their emotions and everything. You got to start doing that yourself, and that's what we do as women. A lot of time we take on a lot of stuff that because we just feel like we have to sometimes, and sometimes we just we can. We take on way more than we need to. We don't like to ask for help. She's been a single parent for a long time, so she's been used to doing it by herself. Then she had this husband, had the baby with her, thinking that she might lighten the load. I don't know her whole story, but this is just what I'm speculating. That when she got married to him, she thought that she was gonna have a partnership and finally somebody to kind of help lighten the load. Found out that he wasn't gonna really be all that, so she went right back into single mom mode and taking care of
they got divorced once, so this is their second time around.
So so why even? And I just wonder, and black women, this is another.
He may have, he could have come back in and proven himself to be better, and maybe she felt like being better
because they have a child together. And she don't want another child from a broken home.
I hope that ain't the reason she did that, because baby, children don't save nothing.
No, they don't. But a lot of people do that. They'll get back together because they don't want the kids to be coming from a single parent home. So it's just best if we just stay together and wait till the child grown. I'm like, but it don't do good when he's spending 3-4 days at his own.
Ain't there.
Y'all.
If he ain't there, he ain't doing no good.
He just ain't there. I'd rather you just be an absentee parent and leave me alone and stop popping in and out of my life or my child's life than to have this inconsistency. Because what's she gonna see? As his daughter, she's going to pick the same kind of man that's in and out of her life.
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
She's interested in men, or significant other. She's gonna find a person that behaves just like that parent that's in and out, in and out. And that's it. So I would rather you let me raise this child by myself, stay the hell away from us till they 18, 19, and let them decide that they're going to have a relationship with you, than for you to just be popping in and out when it's convenient for you.
I've done that. I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
My son is 14 now. So I told him, if you decide that that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do that. Because now you're old enough to regulate and communicate for yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So you want to talk to your father? Talk to him. I'm not going to tell you that you can't have that, because as a young man, you need your father.
Mm-hmm.
But when I needed to protect you from that that toxic bullshit, that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the same thing with my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, their fathers weren't around because I told them that they couldn't be. That's what they chose. But when you chose that, you stay where you at, because there ain't no back and forth.
Right.
You're not going to be a revolving door. You don't get to be a parent when you feel like you want to be a parent. You're going to be a parent, period, or you going to go on over there about your business.
Right.
And they want their business, and I allow them to do that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope she gets it together. Yeah. All right, let's move on. We're hour in. So
yeah.
Go into this rededication situation.
They almost burned down.
You see this little gathering. Everybody's sitting around talking. And while they're talking about the brunches and whatnot, then ye old victim comes on in, and I would have appreciated if I don't get attacked. Timbre calls.
I'm glad Timbre got down.
Timbre said
the
history
of that don't happen.
This don't happen. And you not finna talk about people earrings coming out. I really didn't like for her to talk that way. And it was Antoinette's responsibility to get her
escort her up out the house. She should have been like, all right, baby, come on, let me holler at you.
What you not gonna do is
showed her out the back door.
Here's your coats. Let's go and go over here out my door. I'll talk to you later, or maybe not.
Right.
Because they're taking off earrings. Comment like
I can't really get behind.
She didn't just stop at the earrings. She said shoes too.
I know, but I had to fast forward.
Across the room
I didn't hear the rest of that conversation because the second she said something about taking earrings off, I was like, okay, what we doing?
Because I wanted to see how the room. If you notice, you could tell that
everybody wanted to join.
You could tell that the room, the tension in the room started to shift, like the atmosphere started to shift a little bit, because it's like, you got your damn nerves, and you know it to me, you the most hood one of everybody, and you still trying to throw this kind of you still, you know, dog whistling and saying stuff like you trying to say ghetto, you trying to say hood, you trying to say confrontational, you trying to say all
what you trying to say,
you know, and trying to say something. And I'm like, Antoinette, get your friend. She still is not checking her for that type of behavior.
The thing is, why they keep giving Antoinette passes to even allow her access to anything or anyone, knowing that you're gonna bring this trap mouth helper with you.
Right. And that's the other thing. It's like she don't read the room at all. She don't be reading the room. You know, and that's a problem for me. Anyway, they started talking about she's telling everybody about she wanted people to come over. She bought sage for everybody. Now I don't know if she has never purchased sage before. But when you got everybody, that ain't how you do it. Usually you don't want everybody.
I thought one person go through the house with the sage. I ain't know everybody got some sage, and
they got the biggest sage.
Do you see
bundles?
One.
Because that was her house.
It was supposed to be hers, and they just supposed to well wish. And
because why you want 10, 11, 12, however many people setting intentions in your space when they not finna be the ones living there, I did not understand. Baby, read a book. Or put it down before you have all kind of spirits.
She said something about she might be a little Native American or something.
Baby, you about to have all kind of spirits up in your house.
I'm like, who you asking for to come visit you?
Did you see the girl in the tub?
Yes.
First of all, you can't be in my house like that. You can't go into my personal spaces.
I'm sitting up here like, it is so. You've never, ever, never, ever, never had your house blessed. You just saw somebody do something. Oh, I'm going to do that. That ain't how this go.
And people be getting exited right on out my house. Okay, you can go. You can go.
When you have nightmares and you can't sleep and you can't breathe in your own space and you wondering why, please rewind the tape.
Right. Please show her
somebody
how many minutes in.
They didn't pray for you.
Please,
They
please
pray,
rewind.
they praying on, it's a praying on you and it's a praying on you.
But here's the thing. You started the whole event wrong. You started the entire situation wrong. When your friend started with that foolishness and talking about when she started with that negative energy.
Yeah, but she didn't want no bad juju in the house.
But that she wasn't bad juju.
She brings it. That is her. She is.
I don't want any bad juju in the house. Girl, bye. You are the bad juju.
Girl, if Juju and Bad had a baby, it would be her. So
whose picture is next to the definition of Juju in the dictionary?
Like, sit down somewhere, gal. So the thing with this thing is they Latrice, all them they're saging the house. Yay, sage the house. They and they run into the bedroom, and Latrice says she gonna sage her lingerie and she gonna sage her bed, and cause she want to give her something, a big black and I was like, I don't think Antoinette like black penises, but I don't think that's what she wants.
She wants the one she already had. He just don't want her.
Right.
Oh no, that boy fine. He is so fine. Okay.
And that's all she got. That's all she got. He fine.
And like they always tell you, baby, don't give nobody a second chance to tell you they don't want you.
No.
That part.
Please don't do that.
So she still is pining away for her ex. She's not over him no matter what she's saying. Her mouth say she over him, but the little glisten in her eyes say she not.
You not good.
Because if she was done with him, let me just say this: if she was done with him, them lingeries would have been out too. Because I wouldn't want anything that had to do with my past relationship. Yep. I don't care how cute I am in that, but if that relationship ended, so did them outfits that I wore for that thing. So that had to go. I'm gonna have to change the mattress.
Right. The bed got to go. Let me buy
this thing up out of here. If all that gotta go, because if I don't want to have any dealings with you anymore, then I don't want anything that reminds me or is connected to or is all those things. I want it gone so I can have a fresh start. But she is still very much holding on, like even with that new baseball and new mitt and bat that she was giving away ceremoniously them other weeks ago. She said
she went to Target and bought. That she went to Academy
before you say that I found this in the basement.
Right now, girl, you got that at Academy Sports. Quit lying.
This morning. Like, quit playing. Y'all didn't even throw it around in dirt a little bit just so it could look like it. They ain't do nothing. They ain't break it in, roll up the middle.
You know what? This is a good idea. Let me go on over here. This is gonna be cute for this scene in this show. Let me go on by this real quick.
Probably not even left-handed. They got a right-handed mitt.
Right. Girl, bye.
I'm like, girl, you over there still sending him text messages and stuff. Leave that boy alone. He don't want you. Gone now. So they eventually set the smoke alarm off because too many damn people walking around there with sage.
And this one, no look, girl. Why was they long as her street? Because
now let me tell you. I love the one
that was as big as this tumbler.
Just like
you
that.
You don't know why your damn house been burned down.
I have no idea why my house is burning down. Like,
we're not gonna talk about how they lit the sage on the gas. No, fingers and all. You trying to light your fingers on? Like, what we doing?
I'm like, y'all, we don't do this. We never done this. We didn't do a practice run.
We shouldn't have did a practice run. It should have only been one person sage in that house. Everybody and their mama shouldn't have no sage in their hand. I'm sorry, but they just shouldn't have.
Figure out why everybody ancestors and uncles.
Right. I don't want Jefferson Davis spirit in my house. That ain't what I want.
Clearly, y'all done had 1, 2, or 5 too many because everybody was tripping over everything, and then we got the baby twerking in the bathtub. So in scene, y'all got to go, baby. I would have been shutting doors and throwing sage at people.
I would have been like, Mark, get to stepping.
Has to go. Exactly. Y'all gone. And now I hope she go and find somebody to
reset the reset.
Please, God.
Yeah, because that's a mess right there. So yeah. Anyway, going on to the next scene because yeah. So we wrap up this episode with a makeup dinner on behalf of Latrice to apologize.
Why is everybody
apologizing to an old boy who still again looks like he found some clothes at the bottom of the laundry pad. Like, damn, iron, nigga.
Goes a long way. I promise to God. I got one of them good irons from Tarjay. It's a
roll in the drive for 10 minutes.
Right.
Because y'all got to drive.
Look, you got this fancy house. Now, if my dryer is connected to the water line so I can steam some stuff, I know you got one. Baby, and I ain't got nowhere near the money you got in the bank. So can you turn the steam dryer on?
Or possibly, I don't know.
Knock the wrinkles out, okay? Knock them out.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say about this. Yeah, it was a hot mess. So she had a little saxophonist in the background. She had a masseuse that was massaging him at the table while he was
had a whole because somebody was on the keyboard too. And
she had everything laid out. Everything was meticulously decorated for his ass. And she's apologizing. She done wrote out something so she can really say what she was trying to say. So he can go, yeah, your words hurt. And I'm like, hell, your whole countenance hurts. But
everything about you hurts.
Everything. The way you talk hurts.
I can't stand that man.
I don't like when someone plays on other people's insecurities and the way that he keeps her constantly apologizing. He's a gaslight. Like, I don't know what happened this season in reality TV, but
the Rona,
Chris, Marcel, and Disson, they cut from the same cloth. All they do is they spin these stories. They spinning these stories, trying to keep these women off kids. Now Melody says she done with it. That of everybody, of all of these women, Melody like, okay, I done had enough.
Oh, yeah, Melody said, God said go, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, so I'm out of this. And so she's apologizing to old boy, and then she goes, "Can I have my watch back?" This MF done took the Rolex off the nightstand bed, and she had to ask for it back. We
wouldn't have even made it to the apology dinner because had I woke up that next day
and my watch was gone. Oh, I'm making your life a complete living hell.
I would have been flipping furniture.
First dinner with all that bullshit.
I would have been flipping furniture.
To moving up in here.
Locksmith, y'all come change my lock because yes, yep, I'm gonna change the lock today.
So it's gonna be some consequences and repercussions.
Simply not going to situation just makes my skin crawl.
It
seems like when she talks to him, all she does is cry and whine. Like she is his child. She's not his wife.
Still what, 10, 8, 10, however years old she was when all them people start passing away.
Yeah,
Right.
he's like a
And then
10
on
right
top
now.
of that, her dad, when he was alive, wasn't around because he was like on drugs and
on
all
drugs.
that stuff. So he wasn't really around even before he died.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. He knows she ain't going nowhere, and he know he can do whatever he want. And she gonna continue to ask him to not leave her. She, he know he's in a good position when
Right.
it comes to her and her emotion. If he can just keep her like that, all the arguing and stuff. And then the other thing is like how she said, she got some insecurity. And he you seem like you insecure. And so when she asked him, I'm like, quit that. Quit that. Like when she was talking about she doesn't like it when he's always complimenting other women in front of him. You look beautiful today. Nobody asked you. Keep that to yourself. And nobody.
And he do it
Here's the thing that I do
He
know.
does do it on purpose because I think in his head he think he the best thing since sliced bread, baby.
He do.
Like
He think
that.
about them whole, Smokey Robinson eyes or something.
Because he look like Tiny by the eyes.
Looking like Tiny by the eyes with a crew cut. And I'm like, bruh, whoever you were back then, you are not that person now. But the other thing that I noticed about him, again, he likes to keep playing into that, I want to be the only man, and how, he always keeping up behind her, trying to see where she at, always showing up to stuff.
I'm like, dude, what do you do in real life? I'm tired of you. Sit down.
Service is what he's saying, but
tree cutting service.
Oh, whatever.
Maybe your old age can't cut the trees no more. You got guys do it. You need to go watch them and see what they got going on.
Just go find another hobby. Go to a cigar lounge and go sit down.
Go play bridge at the old folk home or something. I need to be in my space.
Just do that. But you ever notice that? Now, this is what I would do if I was Latrice, though. I think, and I'm not a jealous type person. Let me just say that. I'm not a person that is naturally, I don't get jealous. You can call whoever beautiful, whatever. But her friend, her publicist, I don't like how she kiki with him.
I think kiki with everybody like that. Because here's the thing, too. And I know she ain't got no problem with Marie. But I'm not going to be all in. You got beef with my people. I got beef with you till I see otherwise. I ain't finna go get in your face neither. You know what I'm saying? She does that with everybody.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She was husband. It wasn't just Kiki. Because every time, this is my thing. If I know my friend has a problem with her husband saying, calling women, saying you look beautiful today and things like that, I'm gonna go and cut it the next time he says something to me, because I want my friend to know that I got her back over his, right? So hey, such and such, you look beautiful today, and she, thank you. And I would have been like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And it's the conversation, the back and forth. It is why we ain't called you. It's too much smiling for me. And I told y'all, I am not one that does that, but there is something that I feel like she needs to watch out with that.
Yeah. Because that's not the first time when she was on the phone with her and he walked in the room. She cut her conversation short and told him point blank, don't be calling other women talking about they beautiful.
He's done 3 times with that particular. Every time she comes to the room, he's always complimenting her. He never compliments his wife.
He did the same thing at that lunch meeting they were having, and he popped up out of nowhere. He did the same thing.
I'm pissed off.
And she, why you pissed? Why you mad?
If you don't like them women handle women's business, as Nene say, need a damn peach.
Yeah, and that's what it is. He too much. He really think he is the rooster in the hen house.
There you go, right there.
And somebody just need to make him sit down somewhere, baby. Whatever features you got, they are washed out as of today. Let it go.
Right. This ain't 1982, sir. You are not
at all. Not at all.
No longer fine.
let me just tell you. Look, you was in your prime before FICO scores were
Just saying.
so be quiet.
I'm just saying. I can't.
Yeah. So she makes up with him. He gives her watch back because obviously this is something he does all the time. See, you get what I'm saying? He back peeps parental again. He treats her like she's a child. So
like
I'm gonna put you on punishment.
She just made an F on her report card, and I'm coming in here to clean your room out. That's what he's
Yep.
And then can I have it back? I want her to know that you can buy, girl, you can buy several Rolexes. Don't worry about the one.
Yeah.
That took me back though, because when you just said that, child, I don't know what it was I did. My mama came and took my video game system out of my room, my TV, my radio. Hell, she took my books out the room. Do you hear me? Because when I was on punishment, they didn't make me none. As long as I had the radio, I had some books, I was cool. She caught on to that. Oh, this helpful like to listen to the radio. Let me go and take this on out her room. Then, baby, I was up reading books. That girl took them books that hurt my heart. I said, I refuse to read a school book. I'm not doing that. I was traumatized. I said, why would you take my books? I don't understand. Why would you do that? She took my books, man. That was real punishment right there. Lord Jesus.
Yeah. And that's how he act. He acts like a angry parent and or a upset baby. Because he pouts and everything. Yeah. So, I just hope, my hope for Latrice is that she gone and talk to somebody.
I need her to go to counseling.
If she do.
She need to go she needs some help because she needs to be able to process those losses in her life because that's what keeps her attached to this guy who don't mean her no good. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't see any part of their relationship that makes me root for them as a couple.
Oh no, I'm not rooting for them at all.
All I see is a bunch of toxicity.
Just like I ain't rooting for Marie and Cedric. I'm not rooting for them at all.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I want everybody to be whole and complete and well and do everything they need to do, but I don't think
and of themselves though. Like fix you first.
It's called self-esteem, esteem of oneself.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like you something, ain't nobody else gonna feel that way.
Exactly. Mundo. So yeah, we done made it to the end of the episode. Look like next week is gonna be some more stuff because it looks like the conversation they started at Antoinette's house is going to roll into more conversation.
Also, it looks like the city councilman he might have took back, with some people there that was going to be a part of the project. They side-eyeing Letitia now because of the situation that happened between Kaylin and Marie at the bunch. Y'all saw him get up and put the good church finger up and walked on out the door. And then Miss Betty, oh Lord, poor baby, she was y'all, this ain't y'all need to sit down. This don't make no sense. Y'all acting a fool in front of everybody. Calm down. It doesn't matter what she said. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, so we about to see what's going to be the result, the consequence of this foolishness that transpired at this emergency brunch. So, yep.
She's not.
That's about where I'm at. So again, I think that I'm gonna finish the season because I'm gonna finish it.
I'm invested at this point.
Yeah, at this point, y'all said I had to. So
might as well watch the train hit the wall.
Yeah, because I told y'all I was pretty much done. Y'all said I gotta finish it, so I'm gonna finish it because I said to y'all that I'm gonna finish it. I gave y'all my word. So,
you said that so like you were excited about it.
Very much excited. Like I'm jumping out of my skin right now. Like I cannot wait until next episode. I'm screaming on the inside.
You cannot wait until
you hear it.
Right.
How many more? What episode is this gonna be?
I don't know. This thing, that's the other thing. I don't even know. I have no clue.
6. So yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna see where it take us. Any last parting words, ladies?
I hope it gets better.
Okay.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Ooh, no.
Okay. It's valid. All those are valid. All those are valid. So guys, we'll be back whatever day it is that we voted on, and I don't remember at this point because my paper's not in front.
What's today's day? What's the day?
We're not talking about that right now.
Oh, okay. I was trying to help you out, but since
No, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So we'll the next show up for review is Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we'll be doing that within the next 48 hours, some one of them days. And we yeah, it's gonna take us to this Halloween party. So we'll talk about that. So y'all just stay tuned to the review crew. This was a lackluster episode. If y'all can tell by the way we all looking, we're over it. We're over it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, help.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so we're gonna get off of here. And we're gonna see y'all next time. Thank y'all for joining us. Remember to please like and share and comment on these videos. Also, please go over to YouTube. Go to Heather's Passion Academy right now. That is where the review crew, that's the home of the review crew right now. Is Heather's Passion Academy. Go over there and subscribe so that you guys won't miss the next episode. Please hit that little bell too if you're over there on the YouTube family so that you can get the notifications. And if you're on the Facebook, then yeah, hit the bell. Go to Heather's Passion Academy on Facebook. Just do it. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get off of here, and we're gonna see y'all next time. Y'all say bye.
Bye.